Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be extra special bonkers. And what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to take you guys on a road trip. I'm actually going to drive to Austin, Texas right now. It's actually a 6.5 hour round trip. But the reason why I want to take you guys here is essentially I want to show you guys that what we see on paper is actually happening in Austin, Texas, as far as enormous price declines, overwhelming amount of inventory surge. So I'm going to take you guys to a master plan community right now in Austin, Texas, and it is absolutely freezing, but this time I'm prepared. And also, guys, enjoy the drone B-roll. So where I'm gonna start is inventory. Now in Austin, inventory is exploding, you guys, at unprecedented levels. And let me pull up a map real quick just to show you guys what community in Austin that I am, because I'm at a very nice master plan community. And what I'm doing right now, guys, is basically walking through one of the neighborhoods, because I wanna kind of point out that, you know, walking through this neighborhood, you know, essentially everything you guys can, you know, see behind me, almost all available to purchase. And what's really cool as well is in this block that I'm walking is there's actually several new home builders. Now, just to put things in perspective to you guys, in Austin at the start of the year, we had about 6.5 weeks of inventory. So we had less than 2 months of inventory in Austin in January. Fast forward to today, we have 24.7 weeks of inventory in the metro area of Austin. Now that represents, y'all, a 380% increase of inventory from January to December. And I'm talking, you guys, as you guys can see, these are some, you know, really nice houses. Now 24.7 weeks of supply essentially represents 6 months of inventory. Now that's especially important to understand, you guys, because obviously when we have 6 months or more of inventory, it becomes a buyer's market. And when the market becomes a buyer's market, we're able to get away with, quite frankly, you guys, a lot. And I'm not just talking about price cuts, I'm talking about buying incentives as well. Now here's what's happening, guys. As a result of the unprecedented surge of inventory in Austin, that is going to create some insane buying opportunities for us right around the corner, especially in Austin, you guys. Now, one of the primary reasons why there's so much inventory in Austin, you guys, and again, 380% increase in the months of supply. And again, the predominant reason that is, you know, quite frankly, is quantitative tightening. As a result of all the quantitative tightening, the Federal Reserve has gone to war with the retail sector and is essentially undergoing demand destruction. Now, as this inventory continues to build up, guys, because remember, they're still building, but as this inventory continues to build up, that's only going to put more stress on the builders, and the longer that they sit and build up and, you know, and build up of inventory, they will continue to go down on the prices. And you guys can see behind me, this is actually a Chestnut home right there. So, you know, this is across the board. This isn't just Lennar, you know, over behind me right there. That's actually a Perry house. So I got Chestnut, I got Perry, I got Lennar, you know, I got Bryson over here. Let me show you guys, you know, behind me. But almost every house on that block, y'all, is available. Let me turn a little bit this way as well. Pretty much every house down there as well is available. I mean, the reality is, you guys, you know, Austin is a very special city, because a 380% increase in months of supply in less than a year. I mean, you guys understand that, you know, that is showing us what's to come. When the more inventory that we have as consumers, the better deals we're gonna get, and the more likely it is for us to find the deal of our lifetime. So real quick, guys, I really wanna make a very important point when it comes to new construction, especially if you're interested in purchasing new construction with massive liquidation sales. You have to understand that unfortunately, new home builders are not regulated like realtors and loan officers. So when you go in to negotiate with a new home builder, often, you guys, it's a very unpleasant process, and a lot of times they'll try to bully you. And the thing that drives me crazy is the reps that are typically at these houses are not required to be truthful. I've signed a contract, the first brand new house that I've ever purchased, and in the contract there was a document that essentially said their reps can be wrong and they're not liable for that. So the whole thing is, you have to, these are great things that we're seeing. We're seeing massive amounts of inventory. I'm going to show you guys some of the price breaks. We'll talk about price breaks, we'll talk about quality, but I really just want to really get through to you guys how unpleasant it can be to purchase a new home. Okay, so if you do purchase a new home, make sure your realtor is doing the heavy lifting and make sure that they're the ones that are fighting on your behalf, because if they're not, I can guarantee you the builder will bully you and bully your realtor. And again, you guys, that's just how it's set up. Personally, I think that Chick-fil-A has better customer service than these new home builders. And that's why when I'm at line in Chick-fil-A, I always give them so much love and respect, because service is important to me, but I want you guys to know it's not necessarily important to the builder. All right, guys, so now I'm going to talk about the greatest thing of all, which is price. Now, I've actually driven to another community because I just wanted to tour many communities since I've driven all the way to Austin. Taylor Morrison is behind me. You guys can see the sales office, Taylor Morrison. Now, to the right of me is Pulte. Now, this is going to be, this is probably going to be my favorite part of the video, you guys, because I believe that Austin, Texas is crashing in prices right now. And if you look at it on a national average price decline, you guys, is about 10%. Austin right now, according to Redfin, is down in median sales price almost 20% at 19.7%. The astonishing thing is, this has only just begun. The fact that Austin is outpacing the national average by almost double is a shocking sign of things to come. And you guys, that's one of the reasons that I decided to drive all the way to Austin, because there is no other metro area with this level of price crashing. Now, obviously, quantitative tightening is one of the reasons, but another big reason why Austin is down so much is sales are down in this area, you guys, over 50%. The national average sales decline is about 30%. So, I guess what I'm trying to say, y'all, is Austin's going through a house price crash right now. Now, I have defined a price crash as a 15% decline as far as the national average scale from peak. The reason why I say 15% decline is a crash, guys, name me one other time in history that the national average median sales price went down 15% and wasn't the biggest financial collapse in history. Name me one time we had 15% national average decline. You can't do that, because every time we've had a decline of 15% or more on a national average, even less than that, it has turned into a housing market crash. So, obviously, guys, what I'm trying to tell you is Austin, Texas is crashing in prices right now. And I already went over the 380% inventory, but sales being down 54%, shocking, right? Median sales price, guys, being down 19.7% in just the first stages of this crash. All that means is as we get further into 2023, more than likely the price crashing is going to continue. Now, let me put something in perspective to you. Austin went up about 44% since COVID, okay? It's already down 19%. If Austin goes down about 10% more, Austin will lose all of the price growth since pre-pandemic. Think about that, guys. So in other words, if it was me, and and that's one of the reasons why I'm down here, I'm looking at Austin if I want a great house. And again, look at all this building. I mean, you guys have options. Now, again, you guys remember, I'm not saying to purchase right now, but these are absolutely wonderful signs, obviously, guys, of things to come. But remember this, something else really, really important. These guys are so desperate, not only are they offering insane price reductions, all of these builders are also offering, most of them, $20,000 to $30,000 on top of that towards the design studio. And then many of them as well, you guys, are also offering $10,000 to $20,000 in closing costs and rate buy downs and all kinds of crazy things. Now, to my viewers that aren't experiencing things like this, I get it. But again, you guys, that's why, one of the reasons why I'm driving out to places like this. I want to take you guys to Dallas, San Antonio as well, because I need to show you guys boots on the ground info. One of the subscribers I love the most, Jeff, I hate to see how discouraged he is because he doesn't have this happening in his housing market like I do. So again, you guys, I really want to show you the reality of what's going on. It will spread into other metro areas, but right now, I don't think anyone needs to look outside of Austin. It's experiencing all of the things. It's outpacing the crash, you guys, by double. Incentives like crazy. People can move into houses for 5% down, 3.5% down, right? Absolutely incredible. You guys, look at behind me. Look at all those houses. Nice houses, y'all. All of them ready. All of those. And this isn't like Lennar. These are a little bit better houses, obviously a lot bigger. I mean, I don't know, guys. You know, the thing is I'm starting to get super excited. You know, this is happening. And one thing I also want to point out, you guys, this price crash right now is historic. It has never crashed this quickly before. And not only that, also remember this. Not only is Austin the #1 metro area to crash right now, Austin is also on the year-over-year price decline list, which means Austin has lost all of the beginning of the year's equity growth, which was double digits, and an additional 19.7%. So think about that, guys. Austin is hurting like crazy. We're gonna keep our eyes on that. I'm gonna move on to the next section of this video, but I am super excited because you guys know how much I preach about. It's not about payment, it's not about rate. The most important thing is the price. Now, one of the things that's gonna make it compoundingly worse for these new home builders, given that, you know, there's a massive increase in supply and technically 8.6 months of inventory for new builds, except in Austin. Austin is a lot more. But another thing that's going to be compoundingly worse for these new home builders is take a look at historically how much new building is continuing to go on. So not only can these people, you know, not sell their property, I mean, look at all of the building that they can't stop. And a lot of the times they can't stop this building, guys, because they have to meet certain terms of their poor financing or poor leverage. And they just, you know, quite frankly, have certain restrictions, certain timeframes that they have to meet. But if I pan around here, guys, I'm literally walking in between, I don't know how many houses, but all of these houses right now, this is not even on MLS. These are just houses that are getting ready to be put on MLS. And again, you guys, that is doubly bad, compoundingly worse for these builders, because it's just gonna mean that they're gonna sit with even more and more and more inventory, which is especially great for us because, as you guys know, we need more inventory in order to go back to a balanced housing market full of fundamentals and things of that nature. But the building right now, you guys, it's just absolutely incredible. But here's the other thing, you know, with all of this building, you know, are these homes going to have problems with the quality of construction? I believe that a predominant amount of these houses will have problems with certain levels of construction. So, you know, what I mean to say is the good news about inventory and continued building is we have a lot of different options to purchase, right? We have many different new home builders that we can use to purchase a house. So one of the things that I do to make sure that I'm purchasing from a builder that is you know, has a good reputation and good quality product is obviously I look at reviews. So I always start with reviews, but obviously something that's really, really important, guys, is not just the reviews, but doing a home inspection. I cannot say that, you know, enough. A lot of people don't get home inspections when it comes to new builds because they assume that the house is built properly. But the problem is, guys, is we don't know. Even with an inspection, here's why this is so important. Even with an inspection, it's not guaranteed to find any future potential problems. Now, the good news is this, guys, you know, and again, you know, this is not, you know, a pass to make poor quality products, but generally new construction comes with warranties. And generally the first year of that warranty covers, you know, the house completely, and then followed by, you know, maybe a 2-year for, you know, the inside and a 10-year usually for the foundation. But one really, really important thing when it comes to, you know, finding the right house, the right builder is definitely take a look at the reviews, definitely take a look at, you know, definitely do your inspection, but also take a look at their inventory to make sure that their inventory that they give you offers you proper protection. Just remember the chart that I showed you. I mean, we have a historical building right now. I mean, it is, you know, and I can guarantee you guys, it is overwhelming these builders. And, you know, again, not all builders are necessarily like Lennar, you know, doing cookie cut houses, you know, rushing houses. You know, there are some good builders that they only work on a handful of houses at a time. And honestly, guys, that's probably what you're gonna wanna look for when buying a house. But how, you know, but again, you guys, what absolutely great news. Austin is gonna be essentially the pillar of the housing market crash. There is no other metro area right now that has so many factors, so many phases of the housing market going on like Austin. And if you guys look behind me, I mean, look at this. Look at all of those houses. They're still building those houses. They're not even on MLS, you guys. I mean, do y'all see why I'm getting so excited? But either way, guys, I'm gonna move into the end of this video. I'm gonna wrap up my conclusion, and let me know how you like this B-roll scene. Cool drone shot, right? You guys will never know how scary and how difficult that was. It's super windy right now, but I just wanted to recap before I ended this video to remind you guys why I believe that Austin is going to be one of the best metro areas going forward to invest in. Again, you guys, number one, an unprecedented surge of inventory, about 380% increase of weeks of supply from January. Number two, Austin is already on the year-over-year price decline list in 2022. It's down 19.7% in median sales price, doubling the national average. Number three, historical amount of new building going on right now. And also I want to remind you guys of one more thing. Do not forget that new home builders are not regulated like lenders and like realtors. So it stands to reason if you don't have proper representation, they will walk all over you and murder your finances. So don't forget that, guys. Now, other than that, I really hope that I don't fall off of the truck right now, but I really appreciate you guys following along with me on this journey. I really hope you guys got some value, insights, and perspective. And if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win.